BK Drama, Bird Gang Sports, you already know what it is. You know what we here to do. We got a lot to discuss, baby. But before we even jump into any of that, if you're new here, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're getting very, very close to the 1,000 mark, the goal I wanted to do. And don't forget, like I said, we're going to do Cash App giveaway. We're going to do Cash App giveaways, my bad. Maybe 2 people that I'm thinking about. I got one person in mind because I see them like supporting this channel nonstop. And by support, I mean, they always hear, they're always here to comment. They always share on like Twitter and stuff like that. And I can see those things. So especially if you follow me there. So if you're not following me on Twitter, Bird Gang Sports, Instagram, Bird Gang Sports as well, then we can get things really, really going. Thinking about like making some type of group in one of those social media platforms. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet, but I know that is the goal, and I'm currently looking into that right now. But right now, what I want to talk about is what really gives the Eagles the edge of actually winning this division over the other 3 remaining teams. And I want to start with who I think will be the weakest link of them all. And I want to start with the reasons of why I think that we got the edge over these guys. So first, the Washington, whatever their name is going to be, formerly known as the Redskins, they are at the bottom of my list. And the reason why I say they're at the bottom of my list is because they're going through so many changes right now. To say that these guys are going to be ready to come out and like take over a division that's, for the last couple of years, the Eagles and the Cowboys been fighting over this division. The Redskins and the Giants they just took the back seat and just basically watched. They was like one of those playoff teams who were watching from the couch in the regular season, if you understand where I'm coming from. But I just don't see the way the Redskins, being that they got everything is basically new for them, including the coach, including coordinators, including like new rookie players, including trade-ins. They lost players. They traded out vets. It's just a lot that's going on there that I don't think year one is going to be the answer for them. We don't have to get too in depth because I think that's just enough right there to know chemistry. Chemistry will kill everything if you got everybody on one or two. You see what I'm saying? They don't have that right now. They have to build it. I'm not saying that their team will not have it, but they have to build it. They got to work on. That's just something they got to work on. That's just why I think the Redskins just don't have a chance at all. They don't have a chance at all. Now, moving on to the Giants. Now I know, Bronson, you commented on my video when I had the numbers, in that order of who I think was going to win, and you wanted to go with the Giants in second. And you put your video out and you gave a very good explanation of why you say that. So if y'all haven't seen that, make sure y'all go check out Lord Bronson video of why he think it's a 2-team race between us and the Giants. But I'm going to go with the Giants at number 3 because, they still got Danny Dimes or whatever you want to call him. They still got Danny Jones. And to me, Danny Jones, he looks like he had spurts last season where he looked like this dude could really get it together and really become a great player in this league. Me personally, I just like the way that he can evade pressure and extend the play and let your wide receivers or your tight ends actually have a chance to get open. So when you send in big rushes to me, I can leave the pocket. That is major. And the style that, all quarterbacks play today. Well, not all quarterbacks, but the greater quarterbacks today, that's the type of style of play that they like to run with. So I see that in Daniel Jones. I'm not saying he's the elite quarterback now, but I do see those traits to where, he knows when he's in trouble and he kind of, extends the play. The thing I don't like about the Giants is their offensive line. The offensive line is just trash. We cannot be sitting here just giving these guys the benefit of the doubt. The offensive line is trash. The offensive line is the reason why Saquon Barkley's career is just going to shit right now, because this dude just doesn't have the protection. He don't even have the line to open up an A, B, or C gap for him. Like, he got to make it happen himself. So I tip my hat to Saquon for doing what he do, you know, and still being a standout type of running back. You know, you still can see the elite traits in him, but he needs some help down there in the trenches, man, to even, you know, to make his career path better. I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. Now, as far as, to be honest with you, it's just not enough there. Like, it's just not enough there. And that's just my opinion. If y'all feel differently about it, then y'all let me know down below in the comments, but that's just my opinion on the Giants. Now, we get on over to who I think, I know it's a big talk about, you know, this Dak Prescott contract and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to get to that part at the end of what I'm about to say about these Cowboys, all right? So, the Cowboys got CeeDee Lamb. Now, I have been talking about CeeDee Lamb since last season. Before the draft, before all of this, I've been watching this dude since last season. Like, if I didn't want anybody in the draft, that's basically who I wanted. And I'm sure a lot of Eagles fans, as we've seen them getting closer and closer to us, they started to want CD as well. The Cowboys ended up getting CeeDee Lamb, which is okay. That's just the way the game goes. So we deal with it, you know, when we move on. The Cowboys get CD. Now, Dak Prescott threw for, it was either 5,000 or close to 5,000 passing yards last season. You got Zeke running, carrying for over 1,000, Coop catching 1,000, Gallup catching 1,000, and they still go 8-8. Still go 8-8. Not make the playoffs, not win a division, any of that. Now, mind you, the year before, they won a division, but we still made the playoffs. This is like big for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is huge for us. This is 3 years in a row for us. So, bringing it back to the Cowboys, just because of the numbers they put up last season, I'm just trying to figure out a way to word this too. Just because they put up the numbers that they put up last season, they only won half of the season games, like the regular season games. So, just because they put up those numbers doesn't necessarily mean that they can turn around and do the exact same thing this year. Now, we will have a problem with the addition of CD. Of course, we will. But I do think that we're going to have, on our end, we will have him covered with the new additions that we have on our team. I will get to that too soon. I just don't see them coming out and repeating all of those yardages. New coaching, they kept Kellen Moore. They kept Kellen Moore, so, you know, the offensive coordinator is somewhat similar, you know, on the same page. They're going to try to keep some of the same things, you know, just to keep get the guys rolling right now because of the delay on everything. Training camp, the preseason, everything is just being set back. So my thing is, since you basically have a new head coach, a new playbook, you got a rookie in CeeDee Lamb, but you just can't really worry about him. You got to worry about Coop and Gallup right now. You just have to. You got Jarwin out there. You got guys that I feel like that can really go get the ball and really put up some yardages. But then you got guys out there that I feel like when they can't go get the ball and put up yards because the pressure is on or the cornerback has got the clamps on them, sticking to them like white on rice, deflecting everything thrown their way, they quit and they give up. So we kind of know what to do to the Cowboys. You know, we don't lay off for the Cowboys. You put pressure on them the entire game. And eventually, you'll have a few of those guys just tap out and check out of the game and go sit down and remain at the game. It has been done more than one time. More than one time. And this is just in the previous season. More than one time. But that's just why I think we got it on smash. And when I get to my team, you'll understand why I feel like we got it on smash over top of Dallas. So, I want to get to that Dak Prescott thing. Now, my whole thing with this whole Dak Prescott, this contract situation is he wanted 4, they wanted 5. So in a way, what they just did, if they get his deal done next season, if something doesn't happen, but what they just did was basically they satisfied him and they satisfied themselves because they gave him the franchise deal, which was like 30-some million, and they gave it for 1 year. So that's 1 year right there. So when they come back around and they talk now, so what is Dak gonna want? 3 years now? Or is he just gonna want the 4? So if he want the 4, then they got him for the 5. You see what I'm saying? Because he already getting paid for this year. So they got him 5 years in the extension, but it's not like the extension he wants. He wants 4 so he can, get a new contract. And well, basically next year it should be 3 so he can hurry up and get a new contract and get more money again for the second time around, which I understand, which makes a lot of sense. But either way, right now as it stands, they don't have that deal done, and Dak Prescott is looking like he's going to have to play like a fragile piece of glass out there. This is a contract year for him. This is the year that, he got to really show off. He threw for 5,000 last season. He has to show off this season, and he has to do all of this and stay healthy at the same time. And I'm not knocking him. I'm not wishing any injury on nobody. I'm just saying, look at the situation the Cowboys really put him in. They put him in a situation where he has to still worry about being healthy and being very, very careful out there instead of just going let loose and doing what you have to do to actually get the things you need done. But that's a problem that they're going to have to cross when they get there. Number 1, the Eagles. The Eagles is my number 1 team because they are my team. Duh. And it's not biased because I'm about to break it down. I'm about to break it down for you. Hold on. Ezekiel Elliott, his ceiling is only so high now. It's only so high now. The Cowboys have basically burnt him out. He's carried this team, but they just can't seem to win. They can't seem to win. This dude got monstrous yards from scrimmage. Like mind-blowing yards from scrimmage. Like almost machine-like yards. And they can't win. Dak, I say, he threw what he threw. They can't win. Gallup caught what he caught. Not to mention, Gallup did catch over 1,000 passing receiving yards last season, but he also led the league in drops too. So his targets had to be like beyond me. Here's why I say we clamp up all the receivers that Dallas has to offer us. Will Parks, Rodney McLeod, Jalen Mills, Kayvon Wallace, Avonte Maddox, Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas. We got some strapped up guys, including strapped. Like, we got guys out there that is ready to do the job. Like, I get so excited when I start like saying all those DBs names because you kind of forget. We got so many out there. You just kind of forget. Like, there's nobody on the Cowboys. Like, Coop is a problem. Don't get me wrong. Coop is a problem until you really stick it to him. You stick it to him, then you giving Coop a problem. And first and foremost, Coop's problem on the Eagles is Darius Slay, big play. We know this, but it is what it is. Like, I just feel that's just his problem. Coop can be taken out the game, and it's been proven time and time in one season that he will just tap out. So we know where that goes. But when I speak on this defensive backs, this core right here, these core gentlemen, it's crazy, man. It is really crazy. I really can't wait to see what these dudes are gonna do together because the core is so serious. I don't see any other wide receivers in our division. I'm not gonna go to the whole NFC, but the division. I don't really see the receivers getting off on our defensive back core, not like they did last season. It's a different year. It's a different structure. I just see it that way, man. But if you see like everything I just said, if you see anything or defer from what I was saying, let me know down below because I'm not saying I specialize or I'm the best in, giving y'all what I feel. This is my point of view, and I would really like to see y'all point of view or just know it. So commenting down below really helps me interact with y'all. Like I said, until we get to that 1,000, and I just get back and start going live, man, and we're gonna turn this party up for real. But I would like to know, what do y'all think about everything I just said, and am I leaving things out? Of course, we got like certain circumstances like in our line situation on our offensive line that, could be quite questionable, but at the same time, we got a lot of veterans there, and veterans can make up for some of the rookies. Believe it or not, they really can. But y'all let me know down below what y'all think. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. If you ain't new, just share this video, man. Let's get this thing out to all the Eagles fans out there. This is your boy DK Drama, Bird Gang Sports, and I'm out.